All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. Double honors to apostles of GMS and the sincere Shalom to the brothers out there pushing this truth and sincerity. And I want to get into the topic how Esau is a very cunning devil because of the things he does. How he, of course, ultimately through the Lord, he has it set up this way, but how he basically has us all in the trick bag. How he's just constantly coming out with things and people can't even catch it, or they catch it so late, or it's one of Esau's trickery ways, and that's where Isaiah 42 and 22 comes into play, where it says that this is a people robbed and spoiled for their hidden prison houses. And we are in the prison houses. And how we robbed and spoiled? Through Esau's technology, through the things he does. And our people don't even realize it. And I mean, even we didn't even realize it till very late. And that's why Esau is slowly implement these things. Because let's say 60 years ago, there was a desktop, a big old computer. You give today's technology back in 60 years ago, everybody gonna come this is gonna come into a shock. Like, what the hell is this? This ain't right. Something not right here. How do we go from a big slow computer to something that just has internet all the way around? It has all these luxurious things, Netflix, and so on and so forth, that we never even heard of before. Everybody gonna be confused. It's gonna seem suspicious. And that's why Esau is a cunning hunter, because he slowly does these things. He'll have things to where you done fucked up, got in jail, but he'll have it in one of his laws that you can find a loophole in it. And you try to use that loophole, he'll use a different law against you. So no matter what you do, you're still fucked. No matter how you find your way around it, because you can find your way around the system and let you screw up. You done messed up. Now they have something against you. Because at that point they just because they know you're doing something, but they don't want to come out with it yet. They want to wait till it adds up. So let's say you was selling drugs and you just started. And if they know it, they're not gonna bust you right away. They're gonna wait till you do something more wicked, not only holding drugs but holding guns, done rape somebody and so on and so forth. They wait till all that builds up, and as soon as you done messed up, there you go. Now they have more reason to keep your ass in jail. It's the same thing with the technology. So you have somebody that has a new phone and someone that has a crappy phone. Well, guess what? Let that person be a nigga, and he found out that you have something that you like. He's gonna try to take that phone from you. And what Esau has done is pinned us. Not only does he have himself going against us, but he has our own people going against us. He basically have a nation fighting against themselves. And that should be the off thing. Esau's adding to the fire as usual, which is something completely off or wicked. But this is his society. This is his kingdom. He basically have a bunch of rats fighting each other. And we're basically those rats that he's toying with. That's why when you read Psalms 10 and 2, it talks about how the wicked persecutes the poor. We're the poor ones here. We're the ones that's being constantly persecuted. We're the ones that's always having to deal with shit. We're the ones that Esau feeds the scraps to. How else is it persecuting us? through his contracts. When Jake sell his soul and his whole, that's another way of persecuting us. Because now he has this young Jake as a role model to our society. Well, not to our society, to our people, to give them something to look up to. Now, for example, you got young thug kissing other men. Now you got guys that's going to say that's okay to do such things. And really, when they put that phony African Obama in there, that Hamite, he's the one who really pushed having homosexuality. So not only was Young Thug or anybody else like Birdman kissing other men made it seem like it was okay, Esau threw in another a Hamite that made it seem like he was a Jake, to make it seem like he was a so-called black man, like the rest of us supposedly. It pushed the homosexuality to be a great thing. So that's another persecution right there. See, Esau slowly puts all this in there. Esau put Obama in there because he already made it seem like homosexuality was okay. See, now, if he would have put Obama right there on the spot to push homosexuality in the first place, Jake would never fall for it. As much as you got a lot of guys that's down low, which you still have today, not many now because they're all coming out, but like this had been before, when it first came out, before anything seemed cool about homosexuality, Jake would have never went with it. See, that's where Esau is cunning at his Salaki, and that's where Esau is cunning at his game. That's why when you read Genesis 25 and 27, it says that Esau was a cunning hunter. Esau's a cunning hunter today. How else is he hunting us through his technology and the things he does? This isn't some overnight shit that he does. This isn't something that he wakes up in the morning and says, oh, this is what I'm going to do, right off the bat. No, Esau is going to lure his bait in, and then he's going to slaughter them. But before he slaughters them, he's going to break them down. And then he's going to slaughter them. That's what he does with us. He's not physically slaughtering us, even though he was doing that back then. But now he can mentally slaughter us. You know what? Slaki, let me rephrase that. Back then, he was breaking us. Killing off certain people to break the other people. Now that he doesn't need to do that anymore, now he's slaughtering us mentally, to the point that we're fucking stupid. To the point that we don't need to think about Esau, or to the point that Esau is our friend. Where in reality, he's not. He's our enemy. But our people don't see that. And that's why people need to be destroyed, because they want to save the same bastard that had us in captivity. They want to forget about you hear niggas say it. Forget about the past. It was in the past. We're in today. Is not today the reason what happened in the past? Salaki, it's not the past is what happened for the reason today. And that's where Jeremiah 8 and 11 comes in, when it says, "For they have healed the hurt of our people, but only a little." And then people crying peace, peace when there's no peace. Is that not equivalent to today? Esau gave them some toys to play with, gave our people some toys to play with. Our people are happy with it. But then when the shit goes down, they're crying for peace and peace, when there is none. There's no peace within Esau's society. Not people who lack that acknowledgement. Esau knows it though. That's why when you see them, they always ready to fight. Whether it be for that, whether it be against us or for that kingdom, or both. But that's why Esau. We know Esau is the cunning bastard he is. But our people want to sit up here and defend him And that's why they need to be destroyed. That's when you get Malachi 4:1 into play, when it says all the proud that do wickedly. And our people are also one of the proud ones. We know Esau is proud, but our people are proud right along with him. And that's why when these missiles come, nobody can say that we wasn't out there telling them. And that's what we also told them. If you don't get right, thus saith of the Lord, that you're going to get destroyed. And that's what we're waiting on. We're waiting for this destruction of this place to proceed. Right now, we're just out there doing the Lord's work until he says his time's up. Not when Esau says his time up, but when the Lord says his time's up. And how will we know when his time's up? When that dollar crashes. When all the prophecies are being fulfilled. So with that, I just want to say Shalom and death to Babylon.